This is Life and Times with Mike and Terry Day. You're in the Life and Times kitchen. Well, it's that time of the year when you don't have any friends left because there's too many zucchini, too many cucumbers. Well, I'm going to show you a few recipes that'll bring your friends right back into your fold. They'll be clamoring to your back door to get a taste of some of these recipes. I look forward to the summer when cucumbers and tomatoes start ripening, just so I can make this very simple, it's called simple summer salad, and it's a pasta salad. It's very easy. It's the tricolor rotini pasta, Hellmann's mayonnaise, and of course the stars are the cucumber and the tomato. A little bit of salt to taste. Well, I've got some helpful hints here while we're taking a look at this. If you want to do your pasta really fast, if you'll get a large skillet and boil your water, it's going to be way faster than a big stock pot. Just a helpful hint. Now, something to know, after I boiled, I already did this, so you weren't going to be standing around listening to the water boil. I boiled the rotini, then I put it into a colander, got it drained off, and then I put it in an ice water bath because I want this to be a cold salad. So I get the rotini really good and cold, and then I drain it again, and then here's another helpful hint. You put it on a clean, fresh, clean dishcloth, and you just pat it dry. And that way, it's not going to be soupy. And then you just dump it into your bowl here. And also, I wanted to show you some things about the cucumbers and tomatoes that I do so that it doesn't get soupy. I don't like a salad that's soupy. So I'm going to show you here with the tomatoes. I've already chopped some up, but I want to show you. You see where the pulp and the seeds are? What I do is I try to get rid of as much of that as I possibly can. And I'll just put my knife in there and just work some of that out. And you're not going to get all of it, but I put it in my little canister here because we don't waste anything on the farm. My chickens are a little bit spoiled, so look at that. They're going to enjoy this. So that's what I do with the tomatoes. And then I just chop them up. Stick them in the salad. Get that out of the way. Now here's something else that I do with the cucumbers. Again, I don't want my salad to be soupy, really wet. So what I'll do is I'll just cut that out. But you get the gist. You just cut the wet seeds and pulp out of that. And hopefully you got some chickens to feed them to. Or I also will grab one and pop it in my mouth. Also, I like my pieces of cucumber to be bite-sized. So I try to get them in smaller pieces. All right, this is the simplest cold salad there is. So really all you're going to do is you've got your dried off pasta and you're going to pour as much cucumber and as much tomato as you want. Just mix that in there and look at how simple this is. It's just mayonnaise. Just mayonnaise. And I just put just enough to get it wet. Barely wet. And as my mother always said, you can always add more. So don't go crazy right at the very beginning. I'd say I need a little bit more. Just a little bit. It's already a little bit wet now. Let me get my spoon. And I'm not putting much more. Just probably about another tablespoon. And this is really, again, it's just all by, look, you don't really need a recipe. You don't need to know it's 2 tablespoons, half a cup, or anything like that. It's just you're gonna eyeball it. How about that? And then, just some salt. And is that the cutest little salt shaker? She's so cute. Now, I'm salty. I like a lot of salt, but not everybody likes salt like I do. My sister doesn't. So you want to let people salt to their own taste once they get it to the table. So you just put a little bit just to get the flavors starting to meld together. And then everybody else can finish putting salt or pepper. Look at this. Here's my little guy. And there's the pepper. Now, I do not put pepper in this because I don't like pepper. But my husband and my son and nephew and brother-in-law, they like pepper. So they put pepper and cayenne in theirs. Well, this is super simple, but super delicious. And I'll tell you what, I take this to picnics or when I have picnics here at my house, and this goes fast. Our second recipe came to us by way of Russia. A friend of ours, her heritage is Russian, and she put together this sour cream. Let me tell you how simple it is. It's sour cream, it's olive oil, dill, and apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of salt and pepper, some scallions. So all I've done is I've put a whole canister of sour cream, and you're going to want the whole canister. It's that good. So you put the whole canister into the bowl. Go ahead and put your apple cider vinegar. That's 3 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 3 tablespoons of dill. Sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's perfect. And then about 3 scallions, just really finely diced. And really, you're just going to stir all that together. Now this is awesome to dip your zucchini and your cucumbers and really all your vegetables. We've even used it as a salad dressing over our salad. And then, sorry about that, salt and pepper. This is the pepper, isn't he darling? Some salt. And this is an amazing dip. The whole house was clamoring for it. And I have a dish right here. I can't resist. I am going to eat this. Oh, good. Well, it is truly the South in my mouth. I think that's how they say it. Get some South in your mouth. And that is plain old Vidalia onion and cucumber salad. It's that really sweet, really tart, cold refrigerator salad. Absolutely brilliant. It is so good. My recipe is 2 cups of white vinegar and 2 cups of sugar, and then you add water to dilute it till it's not biting you. And then you just soak your onion and cucumber. You're going to peel your cucumber and cut it up into slices. Leave the insides on this one. And then here's your Vidalia. And by the way, did you know that Vidalia onions, legally, can only be called Vidalia if they're grown in Georgia? I think there's 20 counties that they're allowed to be called Vidalia onions. And they are just fantastic. And you know, they haven't been around that long, only since the Depression. I think that's a yummy onion. I also wanted to let you know that, so you just stick them in the refrigerator. They'll keep for 3 days in the refrigerator, but they won't, because you won't have any leftovers, because it's that good. Also, just for those of us who are watching our sugar, there's a product called Swerve, and there's going to be a link down in the bottom of the video. And I just mixed it up just like I would for the regular sugar, and it's pretty good. I tasted it. It's not as sweet. I mean, by no stretch of the imagination is it sweet, but it's pretty good actually. So give it a whirl if you're trying to watch your sugar or your sugar intake. But again, south in your mouth. And speaking of south in the mouth, we're going to have a guest star, Chef Jazzman, on some of our episodes coming up. Talk about Southern cooking and south in your mouth. He can bring it. So keep tuned to the next few videos that we've got coming up. I'd say this fall we'll coordinate with Chef Jazz. But keep that in mind.
All right, you guys didn't think I was going to let her have all the fun, did you? Well, here we go. This is really a salad that we love doing in all times of year, actually. It's a green bean tomato salad. You can add some different things to it. We're going to use a couple cans of canned green beans, rinse them off really good. We're going to put some tomato in this one. We're going to have some cucumbers in it. And I've got a little bit of hearts of palm here. And then we're going to use Olive Garden Italian dressing. Newman's Own works really great too. Make sure it's a good quality one. This is really keto friendly, and just look at your dressings, see what kind of carbohydrates they've got in them, and they really work well. So got a onion here, a Vidalia onion that I've already sliced down a little bit. I'm just going to chop it up here a little bit and get it into some chunks like this, and then we're going to put it over in the bowl, and then we're going to put everything else right on in with it. So just chunk it up really big pieces. That's all it needs. And then we're going to take our heart's palm first, put that in. Then we're going to take our tomatoes, put those in, and then a little bit of our cucumber here, put those in. Now remember, most of this stuff's right out of our own garden, except for the canned green beans. We could probably do that a little bit later though. We've got some green beans planted, and then we're going to put our onion down in here. All right. And then we're going to dress it up here a little bit with some Italian dressing. And then we're going to stir it up. Let it marinate a little bit, get chilled, and then serve it for dinner. It's really good cold salad. It's really great in the summertime. But, so we've enjoyed spending some time with you here in the Life and Times kitchen. And, I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to have a bowl to eat myself. So thanks for being with us, and we'll see you on the next video.